What if everything you've been struggling with, self-sabotage, chronic stress, anxiety, emotional pain, wasn't a flaw, but a message calling you back to your true self? Welcome to Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci, where we uncover the hidden causes of spiritual disconnection and guide you home to yourself. Traci is a doctor of metaphysical psychology, spiritual mentor, energy healer, and your transformational guide. This show isn't just self-help, it's a sacred space to break free from the unseen forces keeping you stuck. You'll learn to decode the messages from your body, release fear, and activate your inner power. Healing requires action, and you don't have to do it alone. Get ready, because Self-Healing Codes starts now.
Good, beautiful day, and welcome. I'm Traci, your doctor of metaphysical psychology, and our theme today is sovereignty, specifically energetic leadership. We could spend hours, days, even weeks talking about sovereignty on the human plane, the way in which our actions are controlled by government, by outside others. That's not what we're going to talk about today. I love to focus on the metaphysical, the ways in which your energy first brings your reality into experience, and then what you think and what you feel about that energy is how you create your reality. So today I want to talk to you about sovereignty as self-leadership. Every human being on this planet, whether we're ready to acknowledge it or not, comes first as a spark of the universe. In ancient times, specifically in mysticism, this is the idea that we choose to come to human being. And when I say choose, imagine that you are a piece of the cosmos, an all-knowing energy. And you choose to come to this particular timeline in human being on this third dimensional plane of existence because you want to have thoughts, your own unique individual thoughts. You want to have feelings, these energy frequencies that guide you through your reality. But most importantly, you want to have your own unique experiences. This is what sovereignty on an energetic level is all about. The ability and the belief that it is your divine right as a sovereign being to have your own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. The challenge is that growing up, once we have been born into this timeline, we aren't taught anything about metaphysics, about energy being our first language. We aren't in the experience of sovereignty at all. We literally need other people to feed us, to clothe us, to provide us with security. And so the idea of being sovereign, having our own energetic leadership or the ability to be in that own energetic leadership is often foreign. And this is what I want us to take back today. So as always, we're going to be doing an energy healing treatment. I'm going to download the true frequency and vibration of energetic leadership through the self-healing code of sovereignty into your pineal. Your pineal is the God brain. It's located behind your eyes at the center of your forehead. And the organ, the pineal, is its transmitter and receiver. But this sacred energy, once activated and especially aligned to your own energetic self-leadership, has the ability to transmit that energy out and around you. So not only can you experience it as your own truth, I am a sovereign being with my own unique thoughts, feelings, and experiences, and I govern my actions, my words with conscious awareness. That energy can vibrate out and around you. And when that happens, it becomes your reality. You begin to attract people, places, things, scenes, situations, and scenarios that line up to the internal belief that this is your truth. Now, I understand that there can be argument that we can have this energetic sovereignty, but it isn't the truth of the outside world. It is true in the outside world that we do not have total sovereignty because the large majority of us do not believe that that's possible. Each of us taking ownership, taking responsibility for our own thoughts, feelings, and experiences, create a resonating energy that becomes more and more the experience of our reality. But if you don't think that that is possible and you don't feel that that is true, then it's not. There is an old saying, if you believe that you cannot, it is true. But if you believe that you can, that is also true. The essence of that saying is whatever it is that you believe that also resonates with your highest good is what creates your reality. For example, the chaos that's going on in the outside world, in politics, in environment, in chaos in general, it is our reality. But it does not have to be our truth if we don't get stuck in it. We don't buy into it. We don't perpetuate it by fighting it. We witness it. We allow the information necessary from that outer conflict to inform and to allow us to create boundary. So when I talk to you about sovereignty today, I'm talking to you about energetic self-leadership. The way in which you choose your own thoughts to create your reality. And again, as we download sovereignty into the pineal, we're going to be clearing the old habits, beliefs, and programs that have made you believe that you are not sovereign, that you don't have control over your own energy, that you have to be compelled by what's going on in the outside world. And we're going to change that today. When we go into our energy medicine session and we channel sovereignty into your heart center, what we're doing is clearing away generations. Your parents, your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, all the ways in which their collective or timeline sovereignty was stolen from them, all of the ways that they were immersed in a slavery of any type, whether it is extreme or considered minute, but that their true power, their own thoughts, feelings, and beliefs were stolen from them. So as we download this sovereignty into the heart center, we're going to be melting away the sadness, the grief, and the perceived sense of loss that has been created by feeling, thinking, and experiencing like we have no control, or that when we are out of control, we believe that we have to fix everything around us. It's from outside of us that the remedy is going to come. When in fact, in both mysticism and metaphysics, any remedy is going to be experienced first internally. I love to shift out of parts work, calling this inner work parts work, into parts partnership. When we partner with the parts of us that have been ostracized and exiled and controlled and compelled, we have the ability to come back into a state of wholeness. And at Heart Center, this is about our feelings. If we feel in energetic leadership of self, if we feel as though we are sovereign in our thoughts, feelings, and experiences, that becomes our reality. And we become super, super sensitive to any person, place, thing, scene, situation, or scenario in which we've given our power over to. When we give our power away, this causes physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual challenges. Spiritually, we begin to disconnect, isolate, and feel alone. And so when our power is given to others, or when we allow our power to be taken away, this self-sabotage comes in the form of asking others for permission before we speak, before we learn, before we enter a space. We do not need the permission of anyone else to be in alignment with our own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This is actually a disease of self-sabotage called having to please others at our own expense. When this happens and you are not super sensitive to the ongoing experience of that, your power is taken from you. When we activate our power, when we consciously activate our heart center, and we consciously activate our pineal, and we consciously activate our biome, we bring our whole self into alignment. Again, our pineal is our mind, our thoughts, our ego energy that navigates the outside world and creates filters in order to protect us. Our heart is our soul's energy, our feelings, our breath. And our biome is our body's brain. Every cell in our body gets its information from the biome. This is also where our life force energy resides, deep in the hara. This body is our experience. This heart is our emotion. This mind is our thoughts. And so as we go into our healing treatment today, and we've downloaded sovereignty as energetic self-leadership into our mind and into our heart, we're also going to download it into our biome. And as we take physical ownership of what we're creating in this reality, we have two choices. Energetic ownership means we choose our highest good. Our experience comes from only two perspectives. There is no exception. You are only perceiving from a negative polarity, which is fear. Fear transitions or is created by anger and worry. Anger is a projection too far into the past where depression ensues. And worry is a projection too far into the future where anxiety pursues. So we have two choices as a sovereign being. As a sovereign being, there is always choice. If you choose fear, and you perceive your external reality from those two places of anger or worry, your frequency and vibration is going to deplete. Your energy is going to leak. You are going to believe that you're not sovereign. However, you also have the opportunity of the opposite of fear, which is love. Love comes in the form of joy and of compassion. When you are able to see through the very thin veil of our power being stolen from us, when you're able to internally know who you are, Trust your thoughts, feelings, and create your own experiences. You're operating from the perspective of love. And in that, you have compassion, first for yourself, but also for others. You are able to engage in one of the most powerful pieces of energy medicine that can be simply described as minding your own business. When you are engaged in the energy of love and from a state of compassion, you can see others for who they are and where they're at without judgment. You don't need to engage. You don't need to fix them. You don't need to solve anything. You don't need to change who you are to meet them where they're at. And in this state of compassion, we are in the present moment. And when we are able to be in the present moment, in complete sovereignty of our own thoughts, feelings, and experiences, this is energetic self-leadership. And it has one incredibly powerful side effect. And this side effect is called joy. This is important because our purpose in choosing human being, coming to this space and time to have our own thoughts, feelings, and experiences, was to know what happiness looks and feels like for us. One of the biggest challenges for humanity at the moment is a large majority of people, when asked if they're happy, respond with a resounding no, or they ask the question, what is happiness anyway? This is a sad time for human beings when we are unsure of what happiness is or if it will last. It's a challenging time because we weren't taught that we are energetically sovereign and that our responsibility is self-leadership. And this self-leadership comes through having complete conscious awareness and ownership over our said thoughts, our said feelings, and our said experiences. So today, what I would love to do with and for you is some energy medicine where we download the self-healing code of sovereignty wrapped in an energy of energetic self-leadership into each of your sacred centers. After this energy medicine, you're going to experience a calmness. Your pineal, heart, and biome create a channel, or a channel is held open by the creation of activating your pineal, your heart, and your biome. And this channel is the divine channel. It connects to the core of Mother Earth, it travels through you, and it connects directly to divine intelligence in your Akashic records. So what I'm going to ask for you to do right now is to find a comfortable position where you can close your eyes while you're sitting up straight, your hands on your lap, palms facing up, giving permission for Source to channel this energy through you. And I will ask you to close your eyes so that you're having an inner experience. And we're going to begin by taking a deep inhalation through the nose, pulling that energy all the way up your spine to the very top of your head and holding your breath for a moment. We're calling every cell into attention. Through your mouth, release a deep exhalation. Let your face muscles soften, your shoulders move away from your ears, your belly, your hips open, and your legs become heavy. As you inhale through your nose and you exhale through your mouth, Your only responsibility is to follow my voice as you breathe. We're grounding down into Mother Earth, our metaphysical roots strong, thick, and deep. We're inhaling up into our heart center, opening all 33 facets of our heart. And we're exhaling up into the pineal, activating the 1,000-petal lotus at crown. Breathing just above the very top of your head, give yourself permission to imagine and to experience a warm, tingling sensation beneath your scalp. On the physical plane, this is your life force energy, blood circulating beneath your scalp. But metaphysically, this is the life force energy of Source asking permission to channel into you the key codes of sovereignty, of energetic self-leadership. And as this energy very gently cascades into the center of your forehead, it begins to remove all of the programming that made you believe that your thoughts, feelings, and experiences were not meant to be uniquely your own. It deprograms the word selfish from your vocabulary, and it releases the need to mind the business of others. It removes every facet of energy that has been leaking from your being, taking your power. You are liberated in this moment, and the energy of sovereignty begins to activate in the pineal, pulsing with your breath, transmitting a message to every being on this planet and to the universe itself. I am sovereign. I am free. I expect and accept happiness. And an exhalation, allow that energy to drop down into the center of your chest. And as we channel sovereignty as an energetic leadership into your heart center, the sadness, the grief, the perceived sense of loss of self is released. All conflict is corrected at its point of origin, and the sovereignty of self begins to channel into all areas of your heart. As you inhale it in and it drops, it begins to flood your biofield. I am sovereign. I am free. My heart is liberated. Taking a deep, gentle inhalation and filling your lungs with this truth. And as you exhale and you drop into your biome, every cell in your being has already received the command. I lead my own life. I no longer wait for external validation. I am liberated. And as you inhale, holding your breath here for just a moment, fill your belly. And as you exhale, every cell in your being receives this command, and you are sovereign. You are free. Over the next couple days, allow this energy to move through you, within you, and around you. Give yourself permission to think, to feel, and to experience this truth. On an inhalation, I'll ask that you bring both hands to the center of your chest. Your eyes are still closed. You'll repeat these words after me. For all of this, the known and the unknown, I give thanks. I let it be so, and so it is. Gently open your eyes, move your body in any way that you need to release my energy from yours. I thank you for being here with me today in Self-Healing Codes. Should you have any questions, concerns, or ideas, I invite you to join my private Facebook group called Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci. Ask me anything. As long as you're willing to receive a metaphysical answer, I am happy to respond. Please make sure that you tag me so I'm alerted to your message. If you'd like to know more about self-leadership, I invite you to join my online spiritual community called the Healing Sanctuary, where every month, except for August and December, I teach an incredibly powerful technique called Activate Your Power. I take you on a 21-day quest to learn how to cleanse and purify your pineal, heart, and biome in just 90 seconds. And in this daily practice, you remember that you are a sovereign being and self-leadership comes easy. Thank you for being with me today. Have an amazing rest of the week.
You've been listening to the Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci on Transformation Talk Radio. Join Dr. Traci every first and third Friday at 9:30 Pacific for this portal of transformation, where truth is spoken, healing is activated, and souls remember who they truly are. Don't forget to subscribe and connect to her on Facebook at The Self-Healing Codes with Dr. Traci. Ready to take the next step? Explore healing sessions, activations, certifications, and her daily spiritual practice membership at tracitrimble.ca. Heal, remember, rise. Your journey starts now.